Hey guys, welcome back to Max Coder. Hope all you are enjoying my videos. In this session, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to discuss the second part of OTP tutorial. If you hadn't yet viewed the first session, the link is in the description. Please, firstly go around with that. Now, before starting the tutorial, let me remind you, if you hadn't subscribed my channel, please do support me for uploading more videos by subscribing this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for receiving regular channel updates. So, now we can start our video. First of all, we must add Firebase to our project. I am not planning to show how to do it. Instead, I will provide a video link in description, which will help you to add Firebase to the project. Now, after adding Firebase, go to firebase.google.com. Select our Firebase project from the list. Go to Authentication and, from here, select Sign In method. Then, now enable the permission from here to authenticate our application through phone. OK. Now go back to Android Studio and open build.gradle file. We need to add some dependency to it. If you have added any dependency of Firebase earlier, please do remove it and type in as follows. This is because many of my viewers will add the dependency of Firebase with different versions. This will cause problems while coding. As the version of Firebase is updated periodically, many of the codes are deprecated and that will lead us to errors. I am adding 4 dependencies that are for firebase-analytics, authentication, firebase-database, and for in-app messaging, etc. The code for dependencies are available in the description. You can copy it or type manually, as per your wish. But I strongly recommend you for typing the dependencies or any other pieces of code manually if you are a learner, because it will help you to point out the common errors while typing, and also helps to memorize the code bit easily. It is one of the best trick that will make us a powerful programmer. Yet, our Gradle sync has been finished successfully. Then, we must open up the code files for starting coding. The first thing that we need is to get the user entered phone number from the edit text. For that, go to main-activity.java and type intent.putExtra, and inside the brackets, type number, comma. Oh, there's a problem. We hadn't yet declared the instance of edit text that gives us phone number. So, we can go for that. Type public edit text phone underscore input. Then put a semicolon there. After that, go back to activity main.xml and give an ID to the edit text for getting phone number. I am giving the ID as phone. Then, on main-activity.java, type phone input is equal to find view by ID, and inside brackets, type r.id.phone. Now, we can get the number from edit text. Type string number is equal to phone input.getTextString. Provide the value of variable to here. We must get the current text from the edit text on button click. So, this line of code must not be here, but instead, cut and paste it to here. What this line tells is that, when button is clicked, another activity is initiated. At that time, a value is passed from this activity to the next, as like a variable. The value passed is the phone number, and the name given to the value is number itself. Now we can get that value from the next activity. For that, open OTP, screen.xml, and on that, type intent. Intent is equal to getIntent. After that, declare a new string variable named number entered by the user. We can assign the value that is passed from the recent activity to this variable. For that, type number entered by the user is equal to intent.getString_extra, and, inside the bracket, enter the name given to the value in recent activity, that is, number. Now we have bought the phone number to this activity. The three main widgets in this activity are pin view, the text view for resending OTP, and the card view. We must give 3 different IDs for these widgets. After that, we must declare 3 instances in the Java file that are for card view, text view, and pin view respectively. Now, initialize each one separately using their IDs. Type verify is equal to find view by ID, our.id.verify button. Do the same for the other 2. Okay, now we have a phone number. So the first function is to send the verification code to the user. For that, create a method, send code to user. We need to pass the phone number to the new method. For that, go inside the brackets and type the variable name, that is, number entered by user. Click on the red bulb and select create method, send code to user. Yet, we have created our method. Now we can start coding to send OTP to the given phone number. Type phone-auth provider.getInstance.verify phone number. Provide the phone number in it, along with country code. In this tutorial, we are adding the country code automatically in the Java file. But in later tutorials, we will discuss how to add country code picker in our design. For receiving all such channel updates, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. The phone number will only work with country code. So, I am adding India's country code for now. Then, we must define the timeout seconds for the OTP. I am setting it as 60. And on the next, define the time unit. The 60 I mentioned is with unit as seconds. So, type time unit, seconds. Again, mention the activity for callback binding. After that, create a callback variable. Now, I am naming it as mCallback. Create the new function, that is, mCallback. For that, type private phone-auth provider.onVerificationStateChangedCallbacks and type the name mCallback. Then, mCallback is equal to new phone-auth provider.onVerificationStateChangedCallbacks. Hit Enter key, so that the auto-completing facility will add rest of the codes. Inside that, we must create one more override method for defining the process be done on code send. That, right-click and click on Generate. From the resultings, click on Override Methods. Select the code of onCode send and click OK. Now, we can add one more string variable. It is for holding the original OTP that system sends to the user. We will use it later for validating the user-entered OTP. So, firstly, we can declare it globally. Type the variable name, that is, code by system. Then come back to the onCode send function. Here, assign the OTP to the variable by typing code by system is equal to s. It is a local variable, and it is holding the OTP. By this line of code, the OTP is handed over to the global variable named code by system. Next, move to onVerificationCompleted function. This function will help us to automatically verify the OTP if it is received by the phone. That means, if the entered phone number is on the same phone on which the app is running, then the system will automatically fetch the OTP and compares it with the original OTP. For that, inside the function, type string code is equal to phone-auth credential.getSMS code. Then, create a conditional loop. Here we are using if conditional. Type if code is not equal to null. Then, move towards a new function, that is, finish everything. And pass the variable code through it. 2. It appears ready, that is, the Android Studio is angry. We must fix it by creating a new class, named Finish Everything. When, on automatic verification, there is a small problem. That is, the pin view that we have assigned for getting the OTP remains unused. So, we can't recognize whether the system is automatically verifying the code or not. For this purpose, and also for a decoration, we are typing a new code. That is, whenever the system fetches the OTP, then we can make it visible on the pin view by typing OTP.setText code. After that, we can add a single line that will create a credential with the phone number given on Firebase Database. For that, type phone auth credential space credential equal to phone auth provider dot get credentials. And inside the bracket, type code by system, comma, code. Then, create a new function named signin and pass the credential to it. And inside the function, declare the firebase-auth instance. After that, type auth.signin with credential and provide the credential value inside the bracket. Then add on complete listener. Inside the bracket, type the name of the class, that is, OTP screen, dot, this, comma, new, on complete listener. Yes. After that, add the missing semicolon there. In this method, we are assigning two functions based on task results. So type, if task, dot, is successful, then create a toast that displays, user signed in successfully. Else, if failed, display a toast that describes the encountered error. For that type, task.getException.getMessage. Oh, we are missing something. We have forgotten to add the if clause. After that, we must decide, what if verification failed? I am now simply displaying a toast message that describes the reason for failing. For that, type toast and hit Enter key. In the field for entering the required text, type e.getMessage. Now we have dealt with the process of auto-verifying. What if the OTP is from another device and the system needs a manual verification on button click? I am simply adding a button click method for triggering manual verification. For that, type verify.setOnClickListener, new, view.onClickListener, and hit Enter key for auto-completion. And, inside it, create a new method named checkCode. Then go to checkCode function and type string user entered OTP is equal to OTP.getText.toString. If user entered OTP is empty or less than 6, toast a message, that is, wrong OTP, and return. This if function is triggered only if the OTP is less than 6. Otherwise, we must proceed up with the verification codes. For that, we need not want to rewrite the full code. Instead, point this method to the other methods that we wrote for auto-verification. So, come out of the if function and type the name of the function, that is, finish everything. Don't forget to pass the user enter OTP to the new method. The last thing that we are going to do is to create a new function for resending the OTP. Firstly, we can add an onClickListener for the resending button. Then, create another function and pass the phone number to it. Here we are simply invoking the function to send OTP to user that we have used firstly. So type the name of the function, that is, send code to user, and inside the brackets, type number entered by user. Yet, we have successfully completed the coding part of our OTP authentication app tutorial. Before leaving my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching my video. See you in another Android Studio tutorial. Bye.